Okay, Henshaw reacts to CBN marking old 200, 500 and 1000 as legal tender. Again, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. Henshaw is one lady that has chosen to become a voice to be reckoned with, as she has a thing or two to say in regard to the news by the Central Bank of Nigeria announcing that the old 200, 500 and 1000 naira notes will remain legal tender in the country. After earlier this year marking the old note as illegal tender due to the new ones being resigned. The actress in a post shared a tweet that reads, "You brought untold hardship, got banks and their staff attacked, ignited protests with this cash confiscation policy of yours, and then you turn around and do this." Her tweet definitely is hinged on the difficulty that Nigerians have had to face due to the Central Bank of Nigeria policy, which many people feel was ill-managed. There is no denying that Nigerians have suffered a lot of hardship due to the withdrawing of the old denominations, as new ones are scarce, and this has created a void in the amount of legal tender being available to the public, and hence causing quite some hardship, as people cannot get physical cash, which is a major means of performing transaction in the country. This is exactly what I said. Sincerely. This is exactly what I said. I on one side, I am kind of happy that at least we are going to the money, the what's it called, the cash issue, the scarcity of it will be having a relief. But on the other hand, I'm like, people have died because of this now. People died, businesses closed, a lot of things went wrong for a lot of people, and then you turn around and it doesn't make sense. I have been trying to look at it. I sat down and I'm like, what exactly was your intention? And I was one of those that says, I don't have an issue if this was done for policies, as in for some policies. If this was done for policies, as in policy, was that, okay, it was done to reduce, what's it called? It was done to stabilize the economy. I said if it was some policy, they had an objectives in mind, no problem, but they should make sure the new note available. I was like, okay, the only thing that the central bank should do is make this note available. Fine, you have said they should not be accepting it. Make it available. But make the cash available. Problem. People had to start buying their own money. Naira was on black market. The CBN no sit down think this thing say in my own time Naira was on black market. Does it make sense? Show okay. Show sound okay. Let's see. It doesn't make sense. People started buying cash from 1,000 for 500. Some started doing 2,000. I'm telling you, 2,000. That means you want to collect 10,000. You're going to use 13 or 14,000. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I keep saying, I thought before you make policies, you sit down and you bring people to brainstorm on the issue. You bring people that will see it from the angle of this one, from the angle of the east, from the angle of the west, north and south, so that you now come to a conclusion that this one is the one that is okay. It doesn't make sense. How many people died? I have somebody that I will never stop talking about the person. The person posted, my mother will die My mother will die if I don't get cash. And 24 hours later, he came outside crying. His mother died. Why? He could not get cash deposit to make at the hospital. It doesn't make sense. And then we'll have issues of people collapsing on ATM, people almost beating blue back, people almost killed, people died. It doesn't make sense. Believe you me, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make any sense. There is nothing you will tell me, Ni. It was not really about helping the economy. It was stopping the Biden from financing. It was stopping the Biden from financing P2B's election. They just realized from the result that Nigerians do not need money to vote. They are right and good choice. So why continue with what has failed? Well, I don't know, but me, I know that they play the game. I know that the APC government, this APC administration, play the game. They made it look about Tinubu. Tinubu also took it up, fooled us. Oh, you're not. This thing is about me. It's about me. They don't want me to do this. Meanwhile, people then the targets no be Tinubu. They just make people believe. And then, few days to the election, the president came out. I gave the military this one. I gave them order. All those things about the dash. What happened? A lot of people came out and threatened people. Till today, nothing do them. They don't ask where they did not ask where they live. No investigation. A lot of people died. A lot of people were injured. Today, they are walking freely, free men. Laishe Makavinci's time. It doesn't make sense. And then you come out and tell me now that what's it called? This same legal tender that cost all the whole brouhaha and that's made everywhere good but went bananas. You are not coming out. See, made them sit and think this thing doesn't make sense. Like I said, on one hand, I'm actually relieved that people can finally, at least the 5,000 for 1,000. It doesn't make sense of 1,500 or 2,000. It doesn't make sense. Let you go back to the 5,000 for 100 naira. Yes, now. Let us go back to the 5,000 for 100 naira. Rest in peace to them till living life continues, but Nigeria never happened to us. Amen. Amen. As evil and impoverishing to many Nigerians, the policy was and is. It is a shame that P2B and Atiku did not attack or criticize this. We who voted for P2B demand apology for this. Could it be that when they are just concerned about the election and the well-being of the masses, woe is he or she that put their trust on man? Well, you have a point here, because initially I thought all this happening was because of one person. And I was like, okay, if this is what is going to make our election free and fair. But at the end of it, what happened? It is not his fault. Under this government, everything goes. Oh, okay. It is not his fault. It is our fault, bah. Anyway, partially it's our fault. It is our fault that voted for this man, collected money, voted for this man. That is those that collected money to vote for him. It is our fault that when this man finished his first tenure, he came outside even when there was nothing to write home about. Even when there was nothing to brag about, they voted him in again. Sincerely, it is our fault. That is where the problem is. Understanding how governance was is very critical thing to know before making comments about it. If you say it is not his fault, please, whose fault? He's in the blessed place to tell the president what is good and not what's not about monetary policy. Because that's his job. He's meant to tell Babao, this thing will not work. This thing will work against millions of Nigerians. It will cost them hardship. You sit down and brainstorm. Is it that we don't put people who are proactive? Is it that I don't pick people who are hard thinkers? This thing is painful. Sincerely, we use this opportunity to say, we send our condolences to those who have lost their lives in these processes and those who are sitting in hospital beds because of this issue. We need to apologize to them. Please, may Nigeria never happen to us. God forbid. Alright, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.